Serve. Spiritual practice in action. Service is actually one of the most powerful things that we can do, the ways we can demonstrate our spiritual being. When we act, when we serve people without expecting anything in return. Giving without expectation is my definition of service. I'm not sure what yours is, but helping other people, doing what you can with what you've got right now, and taking action, to me, is an example of service. When we serve other people, we move beyond our ego. We usually move beyond our identity or our current identity, and actually experience who we truly are. Not who we show the world in different situations, but who we really are on the inside. So how we act in emergencies. That's how I started to get in touch with the importance of being a service-oriented leader. I think a lot of people get leadership wrong. They think that being a leader means bossing other people around. But really, it means, how can I help you perform whatever it is that you're trying to do better? To me, that's leadership. Again, we get to define everything we want in this planet and in our life the way it works for us. And that's what works for me. And that has served me really, really well, because it makes me a better person, right? I make better decisions. I make better choices. If I ask myself, what is really the impact of this choice or decision? And guess what? What I'm going to eat for dinner doesn't need this level of contemplation, but big decisions do. Where am I going to work? What am I going to do? How am I going to show up in the world? What's my career of choice at this given moment? Because it changes over time, right? For some people, it doesn't. Some people have a calling and they know exactly what they're going to do with their life. And then there's other people, and I would count myself in them, we have no idea what we want to do with our life. We want to do a million things. I think they call that neurodivergent nowadays, but it didn't have a name when I was growing up and when I was in businesses. I'm still in businesses, but when I started my career and started my businesses and when I went through school and things, you know, there were not all of these diagnoses that we put on people and labels that we put on people now. Throat cloggy. So today, as we look at spiritual practices all this week as part of our focus on spirituality this month, we want to think about how we can demonstrate and serve other people. And, you know, service isn't separate from spirituality. It really shows us who we are. I think I've mentioned that. If I can think of all of the examples of when I've been super proud of myself, it's when I was in service to others. When I felt good about a project or a business or a job or something I was doing, I was in service to other people, meaning I was helping them create what they wanted in the organization or in their life, etc. So how do you do that? Maybe you, and how can you do that? How can you demonstrate service and do something for somebody without expecting anything in return? I think that is the ultimate definition of contribution. It's like, I do something for somebody because it's the right thing to do. It's like speaking up or helping out when you see an accident or a situation where you actually can help and you jump in and help. You don't worry about, oh, am I going to get sued? You know what? I don't know why you would attract that, but sometimes people do. They worry about that. And so they'll watch something bad happen in front of them. And instead of helping, they'll think of their own identity and selfish doubts, fears, worries, because that's what it is. Doubts, fears, and worries of all the people that help other people on the planet on any given day. How many of them actually get sued? I want to say only in America, because we went through a phase of very sue happy. I think we're still in it. I think I choose not to participate in it, but I think it still goes on. It's like one of my favorite questions is, well, how can I help? And I really mean it. When I say, how can I help? How can I help? How can I help you right now? And I would say 98% of the time, I help people for just the sake of helping them. I don't expect anything in return. And then, of course, we have to make a living. So I help other people solve problems. And I do need something in return for that. I expect to be compensated for that so that I can continue to serve the 98% of the people and help 98% of the people that I otherwise could not help and serve because I'd be too busy scratching myself out a living. So how can we demonstrate this today? What's our action item? Our action item today is to serve somebody with no expectation in return. You can do this by cooking a meal for somebody, cooking a meal for a neighbor, helping a stranger, helping an old lady across the street. This old lady, I don't like to get help across the street, but sometimes I probably need it, especially with the vision these days. You could mentor somebody, you could volunteer, you could teach somebody something new that you just learned. You can phone a friend. You can check in with your mom. This is a reminder for myself to call my mom today. All right, but do it anonymously. I'm not going to call my mom anonymously. I think she knows my voice by this point. We've both been around quite a long time. That's it. Share in the comments below what you do and how it makes you feel, right? Did it lift your spirits? If it didn't lift your spirits, you're not doing the right thing, or you're doing it with the wrong intention. Don't just do it because I said that's our action item today. Find something that you really want to do. Find some way to serve. This is a service goes across every industry, every walk of life, everything. Think of doctors, they take the Hippocratic Oath. They're here to serve. And we could argue about that, but we're not going to. Teachers, business people, really, we're here to serve our customers. We're here to serve the people that help us in our organizations. As a founder and owner of an organization, that is our responsibility. As a human being working with other human beings, it is our responsibility to serve others and treat others with dignity and respect the same way we expect to be treated, right? And is that service, or is that just being a good human being? We could discuss that another day. All right. Any questions about this? Reach out and ask. This is my Interact with Human Beings Day, my favorite day of the week. Now, if I can help you, ask. Otherwise, go out, make it an amazing day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.